So bringing in our sales team, I'd like to introduce Dave Hellyer, our Vice President of Business Development, and Scott Gray, Senior Solutions Consultant. Let's start with you, Dave, and a little about your background and kind of how you got to know Tatsoft.
Sure. So it started for me when I worked for a systems integrator in auto ID, barcoding systems. So scanners and labels and printers and things like that. We had a customer that was working for a DOS-based software company back then that was using some of our tools. And we got together on a couple projects, and I learned about SCADA software. So much so that he was able to give me some software to work with and try and learn how everything works together, and gave me a couple challenges, which I was able to address in a very good way. And so as that company grew and they needed more people, they offered me a position there to work in the support and marketing group to learn more. And so I was with them for a few years and ended up moving on to a company that was just starting to come to the U.S., and they were looking for sales help. And so I went to work for them as a regional manager, covering a good section of the United States and part of Canada. And went very well, was with them for about a half dozen years before moving on to another company that took a different approach to SCADA. Where the previous company packaged everything together, this other company sold everything separately. So it was, learning how to make sure you got the right pieces and that the customers, helping them work their way through the book of items that had to be ordered to address their needs. So the background was a lot of learning what worked and what didn't work and those kinds of things. And one day on LinkedIn, I was on LinkedIn, and I got a message from Marc Taccolini, the founder here at Tatsoft, and he noticed that we had some common connections over the years, and so we started talking about what he was doing with Tatsoft, and he was coming to Chicago. So we met over breakfast and spent pretty much the whole day talking about what his plan was, what the software was going to be, and how I might fit into the plans to help grow the company. And that's how I came to be here at Tatsoft some 15 years ago.
All right. Thanks, Dave. How about you, Scott?
Well, I started my career at an automation distributor that sold PLCs, HMI, SCADA software. And back then, SCADA was based on DOS, and the HMIs were CRT. I did pre-sale support, post-sale support, and training. Next, I had my first sales position, which was for an HMI company, where I traveled around doing software demos of the configuration software for customers. My father-in-law owned a tool and die company that made special purpose machines, mostly for the automotive. And I went to work there, and I did the automation, which included HMI and SCADA. Then we were subcontracted to make automotive parts, so I ran a manufacturing facility for several years. Before joining Tatsoft, I was working at a system integration company, and while I was there, we were paid by a customer to do a engineering study to recommend a SCADA software. After evaluating all the major brands, we chose FrameworX as number one, and I was really impressed with the software, so I reached out to inquire about working for Tatsoft.
Nice. That was a good choice you made there. Thank you.
So far,
yeah. So, Dave, talk to us a little bit about the value you're seeing FrameworX deliver to our customers.
Sure. A lot of the customers like FrameworX because of its complete nature. It's everything that the platform does, everything that the platform installs when you install FrameworX. So no matter how much of it you need for any given project, all the tools are there for you when you're ready to go. So there's a lot of value for them in that. I found it really interesting that there was a lot of emphasis based on the value of being a .NET to the core platform because of the longevity that gives you. The fact that .NET has a very long roadmap and will be around for quite a while. And so having a .NET to the core platform like you have in FrameworX also does provide a lot of value for them in longevity, but also providing a cross-platform support for them, so they have many more options on how to build their solutions.
Okay, thanks. Scott, how about you? What kind of value are your customers seeing?
I think the fact that FrameworX is built on .NET is important because system integrators and machine builders often build their own software that's specific to their industry, and they typically use .NET. So the interoperability with FrameworX is greater and far easier. Also, a lot of clients have told me that they really like the unified architecture. So there's one configuration environment for all projects, everything from edge computing for doing data manipulation to HMI applications where you get all the functionality, but the license is right-sized so that it's economically feasible to run as an HMI, all the way to complete SCADA system, including the most powerful Industry 4.0 and now AI readiness.
Okay, makes sense. Dave, shifting a little bit here, can you speak to the critical role that our systems integrators and OEMs play to our success, and then talk maybe a little bit about our new SI Vanguard Alliance program?
Sure. Thanks, Harry. So system integrators are no doubt a key to our success. They have all the expertise in not only our software, but other software and other types of technologies that they would need to satisfy or to create the solution exactly as a customer wants. So we see them as having the expertise that is really needed for our type of software and to make sure it gets implemented in a correct way. So we find a lot of value in that. With OEMs, we also find a lot of value because they are creating their own solution based on our platform. So we are the software group for them. We create all the tools, all the technologies that they use. They take and they build an exact solution for whatever it is that they're trying to provide for their customers. And to help both of those, we are introducing in this meeting something called our Vanguard Alliance Program, which is there to provide additional value for both system integrators and for OEMs through having an architecture mentor available for you. So when you want to lay out your system, you want to understand how to deploy FrameworX, we have people that are there to help you understand the best way to do that. We have a 3-day fast-track training on the platform. So we cover all the tools that you need specifically to accomplish your projects. So we're not, although there are many things we can cover in the product training, we focus on what's important for you to get the job done in a timely manner, efficient manner, and for optimal performance. Finally, as part of this, we are this introduction, we are offering a 50% discount on up to the first $10,000 worth of software that you use when you come on board with the Vanguard Alliance plan. So we'd like to see you join us and look forward to working together with you, focusing on your specific needs.
Okay, thanks, Dave. And I think we're already getting a lot of interest in the Vanguard Alliance program. So looking forward to working with new integrators. That should be great. Let's go over to you, Scott, and we're going to talk, given your kind of unique background of systems integration, OEM, and working with the manufacturer, why FrameworX?
The peace of mind you get from choosing a product that is complete and future-proof. It's a great choice to start a digital transformation because FrameworX can be an MQTT or Sparkplug B broker and or client or any combination thereof. You don't need to deploy an enterprise MQTT broker, but if down the road you decide that you want to deploy one, it's very easy to scale your solution to utilize an external broker. Another key point is I speak to a lot of clients that say they aren't using AI today, but they fear they'll miss the boat and fall behind their competitors. By choosing FrameworX, they're hooking their wagon to a leader in AI-ready SCADA solutions. So this becomes a revenue opportunity because you are using a complete software that can do new projects where you can create unified namespaces and implement AI.